Okay, today's FRQ is from the 2002B version of the test. It's a number 2 question, a really short one, dealing specifically with loanable funds. All right, the government replaces the income tax with a national sales tax that generates the same revenue. Assume throughout the question that the economy stays at full employment. So there's a lot of assumptions there, and they're going to come back to into play as we go through. What is the effect of the change in tax policy on each of the following? All right, so first off, how's it going to affect consumption? How's it going to affect national savings? So it replaces the income tax with a national sales tax. That's important to note. So how is this going to affect it? Consumption will decrease. Why is it going to decrease? All right, if they're taxing sales, usually the consumer is going to pay part of that in one way or another. So the price is going to go up a little bit, and they're going to buy less of it. So consumption is going to decrease. The sales tax will make prices higher, discouraging consumption and decreasing the marginal propensity to consume. So the fact that it's going to decrease people's marginal propensity to consume, it's going to increase the marginal propensity to save as well. So that's going to be part of part 2 down there. All right. We also have to assume that they stay at full employment. That's going to be part of this. So national savings is going to increase. Now, this is a fairly long, drawn-out answer here. All right, the decrease in income tax will increase disposable income. So first off, they're not taxing incomes as much as they were before. So people are bringing home more money. Now, assume nothing else changes, savings is going to go up. All right, with more disposable income, in addition to the incentive to consume less, because now we have a sales tax, so I want to spend less, and I'm getting paid, I'm taking home more money, savings has to go up. So there will be an increase in private savings. Now, private savings is only part of national savings. Since the government revenue and employment stay the same, so the government's bringing in the same amount of money, and there's no real change in real GDP at this point. So there's no automatic stabilizers taking effect, no transfer payments going through. The government isn't spending anymore. They're not getting any less than they were before. So public savings are going to stay exactly the same. Whether we're in a deficit or we're in a surplus, it doesn't matter. Public savings stay exactly the same. So national savings will increase. The fact that private savings are going up and public savings are staying the same means that national savings will increase. So that's the second part there. All right. Using a correctly labeled graph of the loanable funds market, explain how the change in tax policy will affect each of the following. So we have established that people are going to save more. National savings is going to go up. So how does that affect the demand and supply of loanable funds? It's going to impact the supply. The supply is going to shift to the right because more people are going to be saving than we have before. National savings, private savings are going to go up. All right, so how does this affect the real interest rate? We have a decline in the real interest rate because supply went up, and at the same time, what will happen to investment? Okay, as real interest rates drop, there will be an increase in investment spending. All right, this investment spending will lead to economic growth. It will lead to more capital formation, but this part of the question, all that they're asking is what will happen to investment spending because of the real interest rate change. Real interest rates go down, investment spending increases. All right, now the final part, explain how the change in policy will affect the long-run economic growth. All right, so economic growth is going to increase in the long run. As businesses invest more in their company because of the lower interest rate, capital formation occurs, and long-run economic growth can occur along with it. All right, so that's it for that question. These are one of those nice little short number 2s or number 3s usually, but some of these questions are very specific to a certain concept, and this is all about loanable funds. So if this was confusing at all, maybe take a look at my review for the market of loanable funds. I kind of go over all the types of questions that could come up on an FRQ, just kind of prepare you for the test. So check this out as well as my other FRQ walkthroughs that I've done. Got a variety of these at this point. So, all right, until next time, guys, take care.